taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just follow the flow. I'm taking it.
Sea of Stars is the kind of game that reminds you why people fell in love with JRPGs in the first place. It isn't just inspired by the classics, it understands them. Every fight demands attention, every dungeon feels handcrafted, and the world constantly invites you to explore instead of pushing you down a corridor. Its combat blends smart turn-based strategy with skill-based timing, making even small encounters meaningful. The pixel art is stunning, the music is pure atmosphere, and the story slowly unfolds into something far bigger than it first appears. It's confident, polished, and emotionally grounded. If one modern game deserves to sit alongside the legends it honors, this is it. There's a very specific fear when a cult classic gets a sequel this late. It's either going to miss the vibe or overcorrect into self-parody. Neo, The World Ends With You multi-dodges both. It doesn't try to recreate the DS magic beat for beat, and that's smart. Combat is louder, messier, and way more system-heavy, but once it clicks, it genuinely rules. The cast takes time to grow on you, and yes, the pacing drags in places, especially during dialogue-heavy stretches. Still, Shibuya feels alive again. The music absolutely carries the experience, and experimenting with pins is endlessly satisfying. It's not lightning in a bottle twice, but it's a confident, worthy follow-up.
Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away. I'll be counting on you to gather more intel on the matter.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is that slight irritation when Atlus sells you the same game again and you still kind of want it, literally. This is the same game with the screws tightened and the pacing fixed, not a revolution. The new canon of Vengeance Route doesn't reinvent the plot, but it finally gives the story a backbone and trims some of the original's worst boss-related nonsense. Combat is still the best-in-class press-turn chess match, now with a few extra levers that actually matter. Quality of life changes make it noticeably smoother, maybe even a little easier. The full praise re-release still stings, but if this is your first run, this is clearly the version to play.
You were wronged by this world.
You know that feeling when a classic RPG promises comfort, not surprises? Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is very much that energy. This is Square taking one of the genre's load-bearing pillars and polishing it until it shines, not rebuilding it. The story is bare bones even by old-school standards, but that's the point. You're here for the Rhythm Town. Dungeon, numbers go up, repeat. The HD 2D visuals do a lot of heavy lifting, turning a once flat world into something genuinely cozy to wander. Smart quality of life tweaks smooth out the grind without erasing it. Performance hiccups are annoying, sure, but not deal-breaking. It's Dragon Quest comfort food, done respectfully.
Forge your own path. The legacy begins.
If you've ever bounced off a JRPG because it asked for 40 hours before getting good, Battle Chase's Nightwar feels like someone actually respected your time. It's turn-based, old school at heart, but trimmed of the genre's worst habits. Fights are about building momentum instead of hoarding mana like a dragon, and experimenting doesn't get punished. The comic book tone helps too. It dodges anime cliches without trying to be edgy about it. Dungeons are smartly sized, systems are deep without being exhausting, and progression moves at a steady clip. Sure, it's still numbers going up, but it gets there without padding or guilt-tripping you into grinding. A rare RPG that knows when to stop. The Super Mario RPG Remake on Switch is a total nostalgia bomb. It takes the classic SNES RPG and gives it a fresh coat of paint with beautiful 3D visuals while keeping the charm of the original. The turn-based combat is still as fun as ever, with that unique timing mechanic that makes battles feel more interactive. The story's light-hearted, quirky, and full of classic Mario humor. You'll team up with some unexpected allies, and the puzzles are a nice mix of challenge and fun. It's a perfect blend of old-school RPG vibes and modern polish. If you missed it back in the day, now's your chance to dive in.
Child, tuck yourself in bed. Let me tell a story of Lemuria, a kingdom past.
At some point you realize not every RPG needs to eat your entire month, and that's where Child of Light always quietly fit. It's the kind of game you boot up expecting cute art, light systems, then notice you're actually thinking during fights. The timeline combat looks simple, but it rewards paying attention instead of button mashing, which already puts it ahead of a lot of bigger budget stuff. The watercolor art still holds up, even if the rhyme every line writing occasionally overstays its welcome. It's short, a little sentimental, and mechanically tighter than it has any right to be. Not a life changer, but a reminder that restraint used to be a design skill.
The path home tragic and fate. Beware the night.
Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes is a nostalgic RPG that hits all the right notes for fans of classic turn-based gameplay. It's set in a beautifully crafted world, brings together a huge cast of characters, each with their own stories and abilities, and the combat system smooth, blending strategic planning with some slick animations. The story is rich and filled with political intrigue, and the world building pulls you right in. If you're into deep RPGs with a great cast, a solid combat system, and a killer story, this one's got you covered.
Will you aid us, brave guardian?
Good men. No life is precious.
But what cause have you to fight? The cause? It's to protect as many people as I can.
It is time to choose. Accept your fate and await oblivion. Or make a stand.
Gravely Default 2 delivers a classic JRPG experience with all the polish you'd expect from Square Enix. You follow Seth and his party through Excellent, chasing Illimini crystals while uncovering character-driven side stories. Combat shines with its brave default system, combined with a deep job system offering countless strategies and combinations. Towns and dungeon, and no one wants to see the concrete tales with destiny faults such as the user. Side quests can feel repetitive, yet core battles and character progression keep things engaging. It's safe, familiar, and satisfying, though it lacks a bold new hook to make it truly unforgettable.
You inferior beings with your shallow, trivial thoughts.
So, everything according to plan then.
If you've ever wondered why people still bring up Star Ocean 2 like it wasn't just another late 1990s JRPG, this remake quietly answers that. Second story hour looks like someone finally figured out how to modernize sprites without drowning them in blur or bloom, and the combat actually moves instead of politely waiting its turn. The sci-fi meets fantasy setup still does the two protagonists one world thing better than most games that copied it later. Difficulty looks forgiving unless you crank it, and the systems are still a bit over-engineered, but that's part of the charm. This isn't Square chasing nostalgia, it's them remembering why this one mattered.
You think you can?
Ah, you came.
How about we celebrate it by beating you to death?
Welcome, insects.
I wish you could entertain me a little more.
If you want to pick a fight, you best choose your opponents more carefully.
I don't care how difficult it is. Stop trying to escape reality.
You've gotten a lot brattier than I remember you, Reina.
Knowing your weaknesses is the first step towards becoming stronger, Claude.
大切な仲間のために。
Okay, I'll go with you guys. Up and coming next, we have Bloomtown, a different story. This game mixes small-town charm with a chilling undercurrent of mystery in this unique RPG. Set in the 1960s, players explore a world where strange creatures lurk beneath the surface of a seemingly peaceful town. The turn-based combat offers strategic depth, while the heart of the game lies in unraveling its layered story. With memorable characters, striking visuals, and a balance of whimsy and darkness, Bloomtown captivates with a tale that is both heartwarming and hauntingly strange.
Suikoden 1, Gate Rune War is where it all started. The Empire is in chaos due to a violent tyrant, once a renowned hero.
Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster is bringing the Konami JRPG dope to modern consoles with a major graphical overhaul and play on the go. The remastered collection enhances the original pixel sprites and environments, adding new lighting, animations, and HD sound effects. Character portraits have also been reworked, staying true to the original designs, with added features like fast battle forwarding, autosave, and dialogue logs. These updates make the nostalgic experience even more enjoyable and bringing more replay. Check it out in case you missed it.
The hero and his childhood friend Joey of the Kingdom's army are ambushed by the city-states amidst a truce. In a world where the sparks of conflict are smoldering once again, the heroes come to acknowledge their own justice. Suikoden features more than 108 characters. Players travel around the world, form and expand on their relationships.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure delivers a perfect 10 out of 10 experience, cementing its place among 2022's greatest RPGs. This epic two-part saga offers intricate storytelling, engaging character development, and strategic turn-based combat that will hook you from the first battle. With rich world building and interconnected plot lines, the series invites players to dive deep into the bustling city of Crossbell. Fans of complex narratives and tactical gameplay, this is an unforgettable journey you won't want to miss. If you've ever bounced off early Final Fantasy because the grind felt hostile and the menus fought you, this collection is Square finally admitting you were right. Pixel Remaster doesn't reinvent anything, it sands down the sharpest edges, cleans up the sprites, and lets Nobuo Uematsu's music stretch its legs with proper arrangements. The NES games still feel ancient, just less annoying. The SNES trio holds up better, especially IV and 6, which still embarrass plenty of modern RPGs. Missing bonus dungeons sting, but quality of life options make these the least painful versions to actually finish. It's not definitive history, it's playable history, and that's good enough. At number 15, Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door is the signature wit and charm of the series, offering a vibrant journey through colorful worlds and many cool characters. This adventure platformer RPG blends light-hearted humor with surprisingly deep combat mechanics, thanks to its timing-based battle system. The story is delightfully quirky, packed with creative puzzles and whimsical moments, making every chapter feel unique. Whether you're rolling up like a paper tube or battling baddies with stylish moves, this game oozes charm and remains an essential, fun-filled RPG classic. Legrand Legacy Tale of the Fatebounds is a love letter to JRPG classics, although with a modern polish. You play as a young mercenary caught up in a world of political drama, magic, and war. On the other hand, the combat's solid, with a bit of strategy required to time your attacks right. The story is deep, with well-crafted characters and an engaging plot that keeps you hooked. The art style is inspired by hand-drawn anime, giving the game a unique look, and the world feels alive with plenty of exploration and side quests. If you're into RPGs that mix nostalgia with a fresh vibe, this one's definitely worth your time. Astral Chain on Switch is basically a visual powerhouse, blending anime aesthetics with a legit fast action. The game's vibrant environments and futuristic cityscapes are beautifully realized, with smooth animations that keep the combat fluid and dynamic. The character models and detailed battle arenas shine, though the occasional dip in resolution reminds you it's on the Switch. The unique Legion combat system adds depth, offering strategic, high-octane action. While the story may be a bit on the quirky side, the gameplay and visuals make Astral Chain a must-play for fans of anime goodness Switch.
You people are leading all of humanity straight to damnation.
Straight to damnation? You're the terrorist here!
You don't understand. My heart goes out to you too. All because of how you were born. Doomed to be used by those idiots until...
A gift to help guide the lost. Now, the goddess watches over Fodlan from her kingdom above, as the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is like a strategy RPG on steroids. You're not just battling, you're building relationships, running a school, and making choices that legit change everything. You'll pick your house, recruit students, and lead them through intense tactical battles. The story is wild with political drama, but it's the characters and the branching paths that make this one unforgettable. Combat's deep, but the real hook is how your decisions affect the world around you. It's a huge immersive experience that gives you power, but also makes you feel the weight of every choice. This one's a must. Coming up behind that at number 19, we have Hades, an electrifying roguelike that redefines the genre with its combat, deep narrative, and a gorgeous art. You play as the son of Hades, attempting to escape the underworld. Each run is an exciting blend of strategic choices as you combine godly boons to create devastating builds. The dialogue is sharp and evolves with every attempt, making every death feel like progress. The visuals and soundtrack immerse you in Greek mythology, and whether you're here for the story or the addictively smooth combat, Hades sets the bar for roguelikes sky high.
Surface. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
The Olympians shall make powerful allies. You can turn back, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go with the painful way.
Ha!
One. The one the legends say will save our world. So, anyway, that means I better get you over to our world and have you get rid of Shadar for us. Alright with you?
Me? But how can I?
Don't fret, man. It's a big responsibility, I know, but you'll be alright.
Kuni Wrath of the White Witch feels like stepping into an animated movie, almost Studio Ghibli levels of charm. It's gorgeous, the story's full of surprise, and the combat's a mix of real-time action and turn-based strategy. You'll catch pets and train them to battle for you, which gives it that classic RPG grind, but in a fresh, fun way. The emotional beats hit hard, and the soundtrack is straight up magical. It's a more relaxed RPG with a lot of soul, perfect if you want something with a beautiful world and some lighter, yet still engaging gameplay.
The boy who will save the world, but unfortunately for him, his light is yet a mere candle in the blackness.
Indeed. He may be the child the prophecies speak of, but he is a child nonetheless.
Yet these humans can be disturbingly powerful.
then, won't you?
You don't stand a chance.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place? It's my mom. I have to save her.
That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Of course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness!